A basic introduction to propositional logic, demonstration 5.2, double arrow out. A biconditional is symbolized by two arrows pointing in both directions, joined together. It means if and only if, exactly if, etc. The double arrow out rule pulls apart a set of joined conditionals with matching terms. Problem 81. Students can pass the course if and only if they submit all homework. Some students did submit all their work, so some students will pass. Step 1, find the code words. Notice there's only two capitalized letters, so that shows two main ideas or propositions given in this argument, right? Students pass the course will be shown by the letter P. Why? Because pass is capitalized, and then submitting all the homework is shown with the letter A. Now, step 2, symbolize the relationships in this argument. The first statement says, students can pass if and only if, so now we know that we have a biconditional, right? The pair of conditionals going in both directions, P double arrow A, if they submit all their homework. The second statement says some students did submit all their work, so there's A, this is a fact. And then the third statement, so, this is the conclusion, it just says P, some students will pass. Okay, from that you formalize your sequent, so just take the premises you just had, P double arrow A, and then put your conclusion after the turnstile. From your sequent, set up your proof. Remember, your assumptions go at the top, the conclusion is at the bottom. So P double arrow A and A, those are the assumptions given in your sequent. They're just justified by the letter A assumption, right? And then your conclusion goes to the bottom. So you have to think, how do I get to the P at the bottom? That is the conclusion of this argument. We're basically going to use the double arrow out rule. So on line 1, we know that we can't just get the letter P by itself. How would we do that? Well, we see that we could get a way to point to P. So that's why we need that additional step in the middle on line 3. We need A arrow P. Now, how do we get A arrow P? Well, that's from the biconditional at the top. P double arrow A means P goes to A and A goes to P. It's both of those together. So we just want the one that says A arrow P. Now, notice, like in a conjunction, you do not need to pull out both conditionals, just the one you need. In this case, we do not need to show P arrow A. We could take that out as well, but we don't need it. We need A arrow P. So for line 3, we have A arrow P, and the justification is one double arrow out. We've pulled out one of the conditionals of the biconditional. And then for line 4, it's a simple arrow out, right? Which means that line 3, we have A arrow P, we have the condition. And then on line 2, we have the antecedent, we have A. So we can just take out the P using the arrow out. Here's the answer with the sequent and the proof done.